will be my video for my Clemson new student dialogue. Um, I'm gonna go through and answer the questions that were stated on the Clemson Connect Blackboard website, and I start with: do you feel the group achieved true dialogue? Why or why not? Yes, during the dialogue, I learned that to have an open view of the different experiences, all kinds of people that I will run into while Clemson, the dialogue helped open my mind to the different people, what they've been through, or at least some of them, and how they view life, and how that is so much different than mine, and how through shared experiences you can have a different outcome. Um, it also has to share the observations, dynamics of my group, where there were there active voices in the dialogue. I felt there was definitely some active voices. There were students who were willing to contribute, others who felt it was unnecessary, and others I felt were just there for the sake of being there and getting through with it. Um, the active voices discuss personal life experiences and trials that have led to their current mindset and how they view suicide and mental health. I personally view suicide and mental health as something that you need to talk about, and it should be discussed in a manner to where you discuss somebody who knows where you're coming from, so that they can help you, because most people are not going to understand when you say that you are suicidal, because not everybody has that state of mind. Not everybody considers that an option. Um, then it asks, were there more reserved voices in your dialogue? And it said, explain. There were more unreserved voices than I would say. There were more reserved than unreserved. I felt there was a lot of people who only spoke when answered to and were very passive about their answers. There were also people who chose not to really get into the discussion or care about the dialogue being given, because they were only there for the sake of the credit and showing up, and were focused on other things in their busy schedule. The role that I played in the group and why, I felt that I had definitely an active voice. I tried to contribute to the group dynamic in many ways by sharing my personal stories, and I was also one of the first people to write on the boards and other large sheets of paper they had around the room about different ideas and different opinions about mental health. So I definitely contributed to the group. Um, I felt that the dialogue was coming out at Library 100, and it's the next question was, why do you think the dialogue is component of Library 100, and do you see dialogue as a useful tool in your university experience? I feel that dialogue is a component of Library 100 because it's useful to understand the different mindsets that people have when coming into college, and how they might be suffering, so that you can help to influence them in a positive manner instead of negative, and cause them to further their I wouldn't say illness, but uh, instability in their mental health. It also helps maintain mental health in people and helps to achieve it. Ignorance only because in general, if somebody's ignorant to what you're trying to explain to them, it's only going to cause you stress and frustration, which can go back and only add on to the suicidal thoughts and other stressful things. And then it also asks to please share any additional thoughts and observation as you see fit. I felt that because of the requirement behind the dialogues, people were just there to show up and get it over with. I felt that not as many people took it seriously. I feel like next year should be considered more as an optional or recommended. It was credit, but not as required, because it makes people resent having to go and takes away from the focus and the whole reason for having the group. So people can get to know each other and understand each other better. If people are just there out of resentment, they're not going to be open minded and are only going to be angry towards all the ideas that are said in the group. Um, Overall, in my dialogue, I did get a chance to meet some people, and I actually had a chance to discuss with somebody who said they had been through a suicidal time in their life and been severely depressed, and how they got out of it. We also watched a video about the man who started TED, and how he at one point attempted to commit suicide, but did not die, and through that, he's using his experience to help people that are currently suicidal or might be on the verge of depression or are severely depressed. Um, I felt that the leaders of the group did a very good job of keeping the group focused, or trying to at least. Um, I also felt that the group did get off topic when we got into smaller discussion, more or less. We got with partners to have smaller discussions. I felt like it took away somewhat from the overall experience, and that I felt like it was a good discussion group. And if I had to, I would go to another one and just hopefully with an open mind learn more about people that are and what they're experiencing while they're at college. Thank you.